Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from vipersocks, and he is in the gearing. Tier 10 US Destroyer. Now you might be familiar with vipersocks, I've featured him before and he is frequently joining me on my live stream. Now today he is on the map Islands of Ice in a 3-point domination game mode. It's obviously tier 10. There is a Des Moines and a Baltimore for radar. And well, he went here towards the A cap. Now if you're wondering why he is just stopping outside of the cap, that's because he was waiting for his torpedo reload. And he wanted to get his torpedoes off towards this core first. Before getting into cover here. Well, I mean, he was also potentially trying to hit some ship with RPF here. So, I mean, he's a little bit late in the cap, but he's still early enough to stop them from completely capping, and now he can just sit behind this island as long as he wants. There is Des Moines coming this way, so the Des Moines could potentially radar him, but this island here will prove sufficient. And look at that!
Enemy destroyer blown up.
So he kinda hit Grossevoy, that was unspotted, so that paid off. And the torpedoes are continuing. Now, I think he's going to hit this core first. This core first is almost at full health. And, well, not anymore. So that core first got
Torpedoes, direct front.
quite a lot of damage. And he's still flooding. Now that core first was missing a tiny bit of HP. So it's possible that the core first had like on fire going and pressed his damage con. Which, let's just face it, is a terrible move, and yeah, I have a feeling this core first is in a lot of trouble, but I mean, we will see. Maybe his damage con will come back up. So, Viper is contesting the cap. There is still something in here. Now we know there is a gearing here on the 10 line, and oh, look at that!
Destroyed an enemy battleship.
The core first did not get his damage con back in time. So that's another devastating strike. Good start, good start. So there is a Kagero, right? Oh, the gearing was taken out there. Nice. So the enemy team is down to one destroyer, a Kagero. So pretty awesome start for the friendlies. They control the C cap, they are taking B, and well, he had a... It looks like the Kagero is around. Now, I am assuming this RPF is pointing towards the Kagero, because it's unlikely that the cruiser managed to sneak in closer. Now, there isn't that much support here. I mean, I guess there is kind of an equal amount of ships here. Might be nice if this booster would be coming this way also, get some radar here. But the Moskva is coming this way, and I assume that Moskva might just be radaring the destroyer at some point. Now torpedoes are up again, and some torpedoes are on the way here. Look at that, the Kagero is spotted. Not sure why he used his smoke here. So he is probably trying to torpedo this Kagero inside his smoke screen. Now with the Moskva coming closer, and well, maybe the Rooster will come closer here at some point, there is a chance that this Kagero gets radared, and if he gets radared, then he is now in a position here to shoot. Possible that he used the smoke screen because he was thinking he could shoot the Kagero while staying undetected or something like that, but I don't know. Now getting too close to a smoke screen comes with risks, like this Kagero is most likely torpedoing someone. And now look at that, here is the radar. And now the Kagero can't see anyone because he is inside smoke. Nobody can spot Viper because he is far enough away from the other ships. And yeah, this Kagero is not in a good spot. Now the Kagero goes forward here, and Kagero doesn't really have much choice. At least now he can spot who is shooting him. And there goes the Kagero. So we are a little bit over 6 minutes into the game. 126,000 damage, 3 ships sunk. This is looking pretty amazing so far. Now, nothing will stop the friendlies from taking the A cap. They're probably losing C, but that's alright. They have quite the massive fleet here. And there is a Montana coming this way. Now, one torpedo launcher is ready, the second one is still reloading. He's trying to get a little bit closer. The closer you are, the easier you can hit the target with your torpedoes. But the question is, will this Montana sail in a straight line or will he turn? I mean, there is a chance that he turns this way or that he tries to flee by turning around, but I think this Montana is pretty committed right now. But I would assume that he angles slightly towards the A cap just because there are so many ships he might want to angle against. So those torps seem to be going alright. He got one hit in there. Enemy seems to be burning and flooding. That's good news. Yeah, the torpedoes look nice as well, so this Montana is pretty much toast already, and it looks like he got taken out before any torpedoes arrived. Oh well, can't have everything. So, points-wise, ship-wise, it's looking amazing for the friendly team. Like, I mean, I've seen matches like this flipped, but it's rare. Now, what the enemy team needs to do is they need to push B hard and maybe sink a few ships while the friendlies are still busy at the A cap. Meanwhile, the friendlies are just ganging up on this Amagi. Now, keep in mind, Viper could have at any point just sailed into A and taken the cap, but there really seems to be no need so far. So he is just trying to get more damage out by farming some enemies. And I mean, he's still 2 ships short of a Kraken. So I guess the remaining part of this game might also turn into a Kraken hunt.
Our victory is in sight.
And yeah, now the friendly team managed to clean up A, and the enemy team still hasn't really moved on B. Like, I feel like the enemy team just has missed an opportunity here. I mean, let's face it, with the amount of ships, there wasn't that much they could have done, but if they had pushed hard, they could have probably taken down that Conqueror, maybe that Yamato. If the friendlies had 2 less ships and the enemies had taken B by now, who knows. But like, really, if you see that one of your flanks is losing badly, and if you have an advantage, you need to push that, right? And you just can't keep sitting around and just, I don't know, just waiting to lose, I guess. So, let's increase the speed a tiny bit here, while Viper is going towards the B cap. Now, there is a SAO charging in bravely enough. Now, of course, it's the SAO in the lead and not like the Conqueror, because that would just be silly. Having a battleship in the front, I mean. Now we have a Bismarck incoming. That Bismarck took a lot of damage, so that Bismarck was kind of doing his job, tanking damage, it looks like. Meanwhile, the Conqueror, nothing, as we expect. So, 2 salvos of torpedoes coming this guy's way. Now Viper is going to smoke up and shoot as well. Now when you smoke up and shoot, you are making the enemy aware that you are here, so he might just go for evasive maneuvers. But at this point, this is just about farming the last bit of damage that's available here from this Bismarck. And considering the amount of friendlies shooting this Bismarck, he decided to, you know what, let's get the guns going. But it's a torpedo that actually finishes him off. And there is the mini Kraken. Now let's see if we can get an upgrade to a real Kraken. So at this point, like, see the enemy team, they managed to sink something as well, I suppose, but you know, they are pretty screwed. There goes that Hindenburg. Shimakaze is taking the sea cap, only 2 enemies left. So this is a perfect opportunity to just YOLO in there and see what you can do. I mean, his torps are almost reloaded. He can charge around this corner and try to torpedo this out. Now it's, in a way, it's a bad idea, obviously, because you expected Sao to utterly wreck you. But right now it's just for funs and giggles, because this game is almost over. And also just to unleash a Kraken. So torps looking great, and denied. Oh well, Krakens are elusive creatures, they don't want to be unleashed, I guess. But there is still a Conqueror remaining. Obviously the last remaining ship they have is a Conqueror who is trying to get away. So, I mean, the Conqueror is getting away, torpedoes are on a cooldown anyway, so there's probably not torpedo action going on, but he can just try to get his guns going. Now, engaging a Conqueror at like 8 kilometers is dangerous. I mean, they usually shoot high explosive, and one high explosive salvo could easily take care of the gearing. And at those ranges, you'd expect the Conqueror to hit something. But as I said, this is just about farming damage, not about surviving. And hey, he managed to avoid all of the shells. Like, in a situation like this, you really don't have to concern yourself with staying alive. Just trying to squeeze as much damage out of this game as you can, and he's still hunting this Kraken. But not today. So here we are with the results. Viper earned himself 2,610 base experience, and nicely done by him. It was truly an amazing start where he just wrecked the ships at his point. And then it just became a Kraken hunt, I suppose. He earned himself 2 devastating strikes, a mini Kraken, and a first blood, scoring 163,000 points of damage. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I found it very amusing at the beginning, and well, I guess the enemy battleship demonstrated why you really don't want to use your damage con early on if you're basically at full health and just get a fire. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.